Welcome, podcast listeners. This is episode number 226 of the Fret Talk podcast. We are getting dangerously close to Christmas now. We are kind of circling the rim of Christmas. And the other podcast host just got a wonderful visual there. We are joined by...
I don't think I've ever heard it called circling the rim of Christmas.
I mean, if that's not a podcast title, I fucking don't know what
that comes later on tonight.
Yeah, right, so talk amongst yourselves. I need to write something down.
If you're lucky, you get that on Christmas Eve as a fucking bonus.
How many cups is it? Is it 1 cup or 2 cups? Right, no, it's 2 girls and then just 1 cup, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
That takes me back to the glory days of the internet. That
Jesus Christ.
That is some...
Yeah.
But anyway, you've probably
reminisce.
You've probably heard by now, but we've got Mr. Matt Quine. So Matt, hi Matt.
Hi Matt.
He did the thing. We have also got Mr. Lee Pedabadabadoo. So don't lick the... Oh dear. This is where you use your catchphrase. What was it? Yabba dabba doo?
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. And we've also got Mr. Josh.
Oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Oh my gosh, it's Josh. We've got a full house this week, and it is because we are doing some special, not gear of the year, because I think that might be trademarked, but like new stuff of this...
Guitar stuff of the annum is how we used to describe it.
Indeed, guitar stuff of the annum. There we go.
That I don't think gear of the year could be catchphrase. So I mean, like no one could put a claim to that because it's like
trademark whatever you like.
Yeah, I know, but people have been using that for years and years.
Trademark Lee Pedabadabadabadoo. And there's nothing you could do about it.
Go on,
don't do it.
No, because it cost me like 200 quid to do it.
Well then, shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, we've got some Patreon money that's just sitting doing nothing at the moment, Matt. So, oh dear.
We should all put in a little bit of money so we can have Lee change his name via Depot to Lee Dabba 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 Doom.
We should force it upon him.
Yeah, I mean, I get a say in this, right?
I don't think so.
If 3 people pay for it, you haven't got a choice.
I think if we get the Swedish government on our side.
Syzget.
Indeed. Right, so this is episode number 226 of the Fret Talk podcast. We're going to start off by doing a hearty what we've been up to, because I don't know about you guys, but I've been a busy boy this week. Just literally moments before this podcast, I had a video drop for the 2nd week on the trot. Indeed, not a huge erection, not yet. Hold it, Lee. Hold your erection.
We're on video chat here.
We are. I mean, I can turn that off. Yeah, there we go. But yes, so I've released. So last week we did the Twiggy Blues, which like terrible name, pretty decent pedal. But this week I did a little tutorial and almost kind of testing the limits of the HX Stomp. So I did a video about building a stereo patch, very much inspired by your one, Josh, actually. Because you did one about a month ago on the Quad Cortex building a stereo patch, which I link at the end of the video as well. So if you do watch my full video, you can also link straight onto Josh's. The HX Stomp is a little bit different in terms of like it's a bit different of a beast, because the Quad Cortex is super powerful. The HX Stomp is kind of the mini version of the Helix, so it's there's a few limitations, and I think in the video we see a bit of that actually, don't we?
We do.
We don't. You put a little bit of a comment on there as pedal boards of doom, so it looked like you were talking to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
It was quite funny. But yeah. So I'm planning on doing a video in the future about building a like a overdriven
Lego
patch.
Death Star.
I mean, if that's what the viewers want. if that's what the viewers want. No, so I've got like a video that's recorded about building a like an overdriven patch, and the amps in like the overdriven amps are more DSP heavy than the cleaner ones generally. So it shows you a bit of the what are you doing, Lee? He's just like a giant man-child.
Yeah, it's like true. Oh, look, it's Grogu.
So yeah, I've got one where I'm running like stereo driven patch, and you get to see the limits of the DSP a little bit more then. So as and when I can record some voiceover for that, I will do that one. But that's really cool, and it's
really interesting on the stumps, like the sort of lengths that you go to and how the discussions grow in the groups about like, okay, yeah, we are restricted to like 6 slots and X amount of DSP, so this is where we have to like start being imaginative and like start trying to work the most out of it. And most of me, like 90% of me, says, well, that's a bit shit. You know, they shouldn't have such a limitation on a bit of hardware that they've put out. Did they do it on purpose because they want people to buy the bigger ones? But at the same time, I also see the benefit in that, because with limitation, you kind of get a bit more experimental, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely that. And I think on the one hand, yes, it is. It almost makes you want to buy the bigger one because you're thinking, what am I missing? But the fact that they've limited it to a certain amount of DSP means that they can bring it out at that price point as well, which meant that like, they were one of the first ones bringing this small form factor kind of half version of their big units.
Which is probably why the Boss version, which is the GT 1000 core, is quite considerably more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it has got that DSP on tap, isn't it?
Yeah, completely. But I think I mentioned at the end of the video as well that if you are building stereo patches, you're pretty much going to be looking at it as only as an amp rather than amp and effects. So you might run your pedal board into that and have that as like your bass tone, and it would make a really solid, really quite usable bass tone. Because you can get the 2 amps, you can get a noise gate in there to make it a bit tidier sounding, and a reverb as well, so that it's not like flat and sterile. And it works out pretty well, but you're pretty much at the limit there. Like there's the odd thing that you can add to it. You can add like maybe a drive pedal or maybe like one of the modulations, but not all of them. So it ends up you really having to think about what you want that patch to do. And if you were looking for, I think I'd mentioned this at the end of the video as well. Like if you're looking for a patch that does huge ambience and huge like shoegazy kind of tones, you would definitely just go for like a single amp, because the DSP limitations are just too much that you can't then add the other stuff unless you're doing airboard.
First question: is there an effect on it that's a bit like the Eventide pedal, which creates like a stereo wide sort of effect? What was it called? What is that? That's the micro pitch. Sorry.
Wide,
no, it's the micro pitch. Is there a similar sort of effect like the micro pitch on the?
I mean, I've not come across one myself, but that can be done using delay pedals if you set them in a specific way. So
very low slapback, very fast slapback. Yeah,
very fast and very, very low repeats.
Well, that's like a doubler, more than a stereo widening sort of effect. But it's almost like a chorusy sort of. It's all very much in the same territory, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
very similar to the
chip.
Mimic.
Yeah, to the TC Mimic. Yeah. Which does it does a multitude of those different things. Because I think that what that does is it delays your signal once, twice, or 3 times, choruses it a little bit, but then sends it in and out of time as well. So it messes with the timing so that it sounds like someone else is playing it rather than just a doubled effect.
I can see Lee's soul leaving his body at the moment.
No, I was just thinking about different chains.
Then.
Yeah, I was literally thinking different options of like running them, splitting your signal, run it in stereo, and then run it back into the amp, so you could like run a couple of signals in parallel, and or on the post of the amp as well. You can maybe do like run it off into two different cabs and then just voice the cabs separately. But all of that uses more DSP. All of that uses more of your 6 slots, doesn't it?
You got 8 now.
Where I come in.
8.
Yeah. There's 8 now. Yeah. With 3.0, you got 8.
That's right.
But the amount of DSP didn't change, so you've got more. Like you can have more options, but you're still limited in that sense. I think 2 cabs and one power amp would be less extensive. I think the cabs are not quite as DSP heavy than the amp and cab blocks themselves, but it's something that I can possibly experiment with and try out on the channel as well.
Yeah, I'd say if you because with the cabs, do you get do the mics come with it and the mic placement and all that? Is that in part with the amps? Yeah, so you're nodding.
Yeah.
For listeners.
Sorry.
So that means
listeners can't use telepathy.
So that means you can use like a tuba 10 and a 4x12 in order to get those 2 different voices, and then use different types of mics and a different mic placement in order to kind of like try and get like a faux maybe Fender and Marshall sort of sound out of the same amp.
Yeah, that's ultimately a possibility. And what I could do is run like preamp pedals into the stomp through the effects return, because it's got stereo return.
No, that's cheating.
But
can I just throw in, my 2 cents here? Just on one patch, I've managed to run 4 amps and 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 cabs.
How many
HX stomps could you buy for the price of a Quad Cortex?
Yeah, go on. Roughly, how much is the Quad Cortex?
I paid $1,500.
Okay, so I paid $400 for mine. So
right.
So I mean, I could run 3 HX stomps and have a bit left over for change for an extension.
2 amps. 2 amps
3
on each.
2 amps per.
And a classic vibe.
That's it, yeah. Oh dear. But there you go. So I mean, we're feeling out the outer boundaries of what's possible with the stomp. And
I love thinking about this sort of thing. I really do. It's like it's like doing math equations mixed with pedals.
Yeah, it's like tonal.
Really
Tonal. Math. What the fuck is math?
I mean,
one maths.
It's not a preset I have made, but I've downloaded one that somebody have made, and they've utilised every single block within. I think it's up to 32 blocks or something like that, and they've utilised every single one. And
they're all phasers.
I bought up the CPU monitor, and it was only running like 64% of the CPU.
Shit, man,
it's insane.
That's crazy. That is cray.
Could in theory, like I assume you can run more than stereo. Then you could run like how many amps can you run in that one? Like the Quad Cortex.
Well, you can either run it into cabs out, or you can run it into the PA as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because so in theory, could you have it running into multiple cabs? So instead, like how like famously Pink Floyd did the thing where they had it in 4 corners of the room. Could you have a stereo setup in each corner of the room? So like
in theory, yes.
So you could have like eight cabs worth of sound and just all sorts of weird and wonderful.
Yes, you can, because
acoustic.
it has got 4 outs. So in theory, you can do it. I mean, it would be tricky to do, but you could do it in theory.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I
the
need
kind of shit.
to
Yeah,
go and clean my pants up now. Sorry, boys.
Well, the selling point for me is like you can run 2 guitars, a bass, and a vocal into it, and have it change all the patches for the whole band at the same time, without any lag or anything like that. And that to me is just like, and you can run them all to separate outs or whatever you want.
Perfect if you're a control freak.
Yeah.
And you want to control the whole band. So.
I mean,
yeah, can have less of the bassist. And
just stamp on the pedal. Yeah,
that's always what everybody wants, though, isn't it? Less for the bassist.
No, I'd like to mute the drummer personally.
This is going back to like the original amplifiers where the whole band used to plug into it.
Yeah.
So we are literally going.
Why the original Marshalls had 4 inputs?
Yeah, we're literally going back full circle.
One of them was a fake for the bass player.
yeah, it says bass.
When you used to play the PlayStation with like, your little brother or something like that, you can play, but you just don't plug the controller in.
yeah. You're that character. Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, look,
I've done that with my kids actually. I was sitting there playing the PlayStation 5 and I've given the PS4 controller. He's like,
one less.
Yeah.
I mean, just from that video, we've come up with like about 6 or 7 different ideas for new videos based around the ideas that we think of. So I'm really excited by this. I think we're on something here. But enough about me. In fact, actually, how long have I been chatting for? About 20 minutes. Yeah, go on. We'll go. Matt.
Hello.
You bought an amp last week and you hadn't tried it.
I hadn't. So I literally. So we recorded what day last week? Was it Thursday last week? I can't remember. But yeah, I basically didn't get a chance to plug the amp in until I sound checked for the gig that I was doing on the Saturday. So on the Friday, I left here. I went to the depot of the local shipping company to pick up the orange 2x2 cab that had been attempted to deliver, but I wasn't in at the time. So I picked that up. I got to the venue. I opened the back of the van. I cut open the cardboard box that the cab was in.
He's putting a lot of faith in it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had spare cabs with me, and I also took 2 spare amps with me, just in case anything kind of went wrong. But yeah, set it up in the venue on the Friday night before anybody else got there. So the drummer wasn't there, the bassist wasn't there, the other guitarist wasn't there, and the singer was an hour after everybody else. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I'm in an empty room that seats 300 people, so let's just turn it up and see what happens. And it put a big smile on my face. I was expecting loud, but I wasn't quite expecting as loud as this thing. Like, bearing in mind it's 20 watts, I was expecting slightly quieter than my AC-15. I know was running at like 35 watts. But yeah, this thing through a 212 cab just absolutely blows your head off. Like, I couldn't be next to it and play it above sort of 4 or 5 on both masters, because it's just just so loud. But it sounds so good, and the more you crank it, obviously, the better it sounds. The more of that classic Marshall tone that you've got.
Nice. And how does it pair with the vintage 30s?
Yeah, sounds incredible. It sounds like a Plexi. I was concerned that maybe I should have got something with greenbacks in it, but it sounds exactly like an AC/DC album.
Well, there you go. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was just so happy with it. I basically played that with the Variacs all night on the magnetic pickups rather than anything else. I think I ended up turning it down so the normal volume was on like 4, and the high treble channel was on about 2.5. And it was still as loud as the rest of the band, so plenty of headroom left if I want to push it.
Yeah,
but just sounded great, and the fact that it pairs so well with the Messiah, so I can have that as kind of like crunchy clean, and then the Messiah low gain will give you like your proper Marshall crunch, and then the high gain side will let me do any of the kind of like pop punk stuff that we've got in the set list. And then I was using an Antares as a lead boost, and like normally I'm running like three or four drive pedals to try and get the tone that I want, and 2 was plenty.
Nice.
2 is plenty now, so I might have to drop something off the board and put something else on the board.
Yes, why 200 is really good.
I won't have a space big enough for that.
I mean, even if you had an empty board, you wouldn't have a space big enough for that, would you? Oh, dear.
I mean, I think I'd probably buy a keytar before I bought that.
Do it. Oh, yes. I so want a keytar. I really, really want a keytar.
I mean, we're getting to the root of the problem now, is that actually you want to be a keyboard player. And it's just the next, you're chasing the dragon. Oh, I'll just buy an SY1. No, I'll just buy an SY200. I'm now playing keys for a fucking Yes tribute band or something.
Blue Man Group.
Oh, dear. Josh, we talked last week about how your computer absolutely shat a brick.
So I've spent the last week and a half, 2 weeks just fixing everything and re-downloading shit and
terabytes of porn. Yeah, we mentioned that as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much.
Did you manage to save your album at all?
Well, I had to look through my Dropbox, and I had a couple of fully bounced demos, but because of literally the whole thing was bounced together rather than individual tracks, it's not really salvageable in a way.
Yeah. You've got an imprint of it, but you can't do anything with it.
So I've been it's probably my fault, because a lot of the songs that I wrote was just when I was in a creative mood, and they all kind of come up, on the spot sort of thing. So I've had to kind of go back and relearn what I was doing. Yeah. Which it has been slightly annoying, but at the same time, it's also I was trying to rewrite one of the songs earlier today, funny enough, and then I came up with an even better riff, and I was like, oh, okay, that works a bit better. So I just got to see the positives in it.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts in it.
I was more disappointed that I had when I did the Banhammer video.
Yes!
I did the Banhammer video, and it was all ready to be uploaded that night, the day my computer decided to die. And I was just like, you're fucking kidding me. So I've reshot that today. It's not edited yet, but by the time this goes out, it will be, and it will be uploaded. So yeah. So
it'll be released tomorrow, I think. Is it?
Shit.
From this? Yeah. Yeah. You got some editing to do.
So yeah, it's been an unfortunate week or so, but you just got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you?
Yeah, and I mean, you've come out the end of it, so I mean, we like you say, you've got some better riffs because of it. When you come to redo those bits of video, you know exactly what you need to do. So it's not a case of having to work it out again. So it's a much smoother process.
Yeah, I think what I definitely found when I was listening back to the rough demos I had, that the tones probably weren't more suitable from what I picked.
Yeah.
And so that was when I was, I literally just got some stuff to do with the Cortex, and I was playing around with sounds. Now I've kind of got my ear right for what I'm making now.
Yeah.
The tones that I'm now using to build the album up it should be a bit more clearer. And
a bit more refined.
Kind of. Yeah. Rather than that muddy mess that you can sometimes get when you're stacking high gain upon high gain.
Yeah. I found when doing that, you've really got to be conscious of the EQs that you're using for each amp, so that they sit within a certain space. Otherwise, it ends up just melding together, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what's quite thankful is I still got my One Kit Wonder that I used for all the drums. So that kind of already comes ready mixed, So once I've pre-programmed the drums in, that's going to sit really nicely in the mix. And then for like a lot of the guitar tones, I'm going to kind of be using more very backed off high gain almost into that crunch, and I'm just going to quad track like the fuck out of it and just build that fatness.
Yeah, because that's one way that metal producers do build chunk on the tracks, is like not necessarily having a lot of gain, but like doubling and tripling and quadding the tracks.
The biggest difference I actually found was I hadn't actually put any bass in there yet, because I have got a bass. It's lying somewhere in the loft above me, so the neck's probably warped to fuck by now.
Especially with the weather that we've had.
But I just started listening to bits of Carnival, and I really dig that sort of real... It's that bass tone where you can hear the metal of the frets come through on the tone, and I'm like, yeah, that's the sort of tone I want to put into some of these songs. So now that's given me an idea what to do with the bass, at least.
He said, like, the description of that it just sounds dreadful. It sounds like the opposite of what I want a bass to sound like.
Do yourself a favour, and after this, watch John Stockman's playthrough of Goliath that he put up on, I think it's on the Dark Glass YouTube, and just the first notes, and I was just like, that gun-inducing sound.
Nice.
Other than that, I have done fuck all because I've been working my ass off.
I was going to say, like, other than like completely rebuilding your computer, I think that's probably enough.
Yeah. And working for the NHS at the same time just drains it out your soul anyway.
Indeed. Oh, especially around this time, like, we're on nth variant of the global pandemic.
Percy I ate.
That's it, yeah. Lee. What you been up to, my man?
Mainly working and dealing with below freezing temperatures and trying to get used to that. It hasn't gone above like -2 here for over a week, and it's been getting down to like -11. It's like snow everywhere, and I'm just not used to it. But I tell you what, I'm actually like to the point now where I'm going out in just a hoodie and stuff, and I'm kind of like, yeah, it's a bit warmer today, because it's -2. And next week it's supposed to get up to like 4 degrees, and I'm thinking, can I deal with it?
That's shorts weather, that is.
I've got Stockholm syndrome in Sweden. The weather.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's that's been interesting. I've been you got Christmas coming up, so this time of year everything gets really busy for me, and we've got a big project we're working on at work. So we've got that's kind of accumulating in this week. So that's happening. On top of that, we've been doing this giveaway. We're giving away a new product every week, but we're not giving it all. We're not giving it away until after the holidays. But we're adding a new thing every week. So this week we've added an analog alien pedal. And you have to like go in and guess which of the analog alien pedals it is out of 4, and that's the one that you can win. But I can't tell you which one it is, obviously. And the last week was a set of Klopman pickups. So you've got I can't remember if you've got to guess which one that is as well. But you can win any set of Klopman pickups. So you have to guess which one it is, and then you can go and say, well, actually, I want X, Y, or Z Klopman pickups, and they're banging as well. They're like really expensive pickups, like 400 or 500 quid for a set. Very, very, very high end. Yeah, it's worth entering. It really is. And go and enter. You guys can enter as well. So, it's worth getting your entries in, because I'd like to see someone I know win it, but that's probably a bit suspect, isn't it, if you did?
Yeah.
But if we all goes out to the listeners,
we all won one. That'd be
Yeah. I remember
it's like that clip from Top Gear when they did that hill climb in India, and then I said to Jeremy, "Oh, no, you can't win it. Okay, one of the Indian guys needs to win it," and then Clarkson wins it, and it's just like, oh, you've ruined it now.
It's crazy. So I've been doing that. I've been doing a lot of newsletters and stuff like that. So I've been looking at the reverb lists of what they said was like the best selling stuff of 2021. And there's quite a few pedals coming out soon. So I've been looking at working with companies on that and like helping them to releases. One came out today, which we'll talk about shortly, which is something that I've been really excited to come out for quite some time. I say quite so for a little while anyway. And yeah, so that's the Pantheon Deluxe, which we'll talk about in a minute. Other than that,
you've also put out some new merch.
Yes, we did. We put some t-shirts out, which just the basic logo, but you can go out and you can get them in all different colours. Put a Tonepedia t-shirt out as well.
I'm going to be buying a pink one.
Oh, well excited.
Indeed.
I get like $1 from each sale because I priced them all really low because I didn't want to make like loads of profit. I thought if I priced them all really low, everyone will buy one. And that didn't work.
I mean, it's Christmas is coming up. Maybe. Just fingers crossed. Just maybe.
But yeah, so we've got them out. I did start writing a song as well. So I've been doing a bit of recording. And it was using the SY200 and the IR200. So I've been using them together. I've got the bass line down, and I've never found anything as difficult as getting a complex bass line down in time. It's just not what I'm used to. And it's a 5-string bass as well. It's that red one you can see over there. And I was just sitting there for like hours just trying to nail this bass line, and I was like, what is wrong with me? If this was on guitar, I would have had this like second try or third try. It was so
I thought about
hard.
buying an octave pedal and just playing it on the guitar.
I wanted it to be right because I wanted the because what I did is I put it through, recorded it, so I got this bass line down, and then I reamped it back through the SY200 so I could tweak it and then find the right tone so I could lay it, so I could multi-track it.
Or have you thought about buying a MIDI controller? And if you're just going to run it through an SY200, why don't you just buy a MIDI controller and just play the bass line on that?
I just wanted it to sound proper. I wanted it to sound...
and then you ran it through an SY200, making it not sound proper.
Yeah, but I'm going to multi.
That's an oxymoron. I wanted it to sound like a bass, so I ran it through a synthesizer.
I'm still going to have the bass sound there, but I'm also going to have the bass synth sound there, so you're going to be able to hear both of them.
Maybe he's just doing something inspired by Michael Jackson in the 80s.
Yeah, Michael. I watched a YouTube video this week actually about.
Really? The Boards of Doom?
Yeah. It was a guy going through the master tracks of it was Michael Jackson. Oh, Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Right. And
she's not my lover.
She's not my lover either. She's just a girl. She thinks that I am the one. But the kid is not my son.
Yeah.
Legally the kid is not my son. I'm not paying child support for that. Come on. Yeah, and like the complexities of all these little bits, you like as a whole, it's like a great tune. But you listen to all these little bits, and you're like, hey, there's so much going on.
Have you ever seen the videos on YouTube of Sugarfoot doing like Beat It, and I think he's done Thriller and whatnot? The guy is like a human metronome. I've never in my life seen somebody so tight. It's unbelievable.
That's how I feel when I watch.
I've got some videos for you, mate.
The best part is about a minute into Beat It, and he's got like this huge drum kit, but he's got 2 cymbals that are kind of above both of his shoulders, and he hits back, mutes them at the same time, and then carries on, like all in one movement. And my mind was blown, absolutely blown.
Crazy talent, it really is.
Like, if you want to see some things getting blown, I've got videos for you.
Some tight things getting blown.
Indeed.
Sure,
however,
it sounds illegal.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah. So I was doing that. I was recording it, and the inspiration there is kind of like not Def Leppard. Depeche Mode is what I was trying to say.
I mean, you've gone to Def Leppard, and then you said Depeche Mode. Get out, just get out.
No, man, Def Leppard suck, and Depeche Mode are amazing. So, yeah, man.
Depeche Mode are like,
trust me,
a couple of tracks away from midlife crisis.
Maybe most of their songs are about midlife crisis and sex. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going for that sort of Depeche Mode sort of sound. So I want that analog synthy sort of tone sort of going on, but with guitars in it as well. And then there'll be some high gain shredding and stuff in it as well.
The Depeche Mode are known for the high
I just
gain
really
shred
love
section.
electric guitar over synth. It just sounds so amazing. It just sounds so mega. It really does.
All right. So
it's going to be so Kraftwerk inspired.
So that's what. No. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've
work more like.
That's what I've been doing. Oh my god!
I think we found your project title here, haven't we? Like Lee Padabadabadoo working as crap work. Right. So as I mentioned, we've got a Guitar Gear of the Annum coming up. So for you listeners, the rules that we're gonna follow, I'm gonna read out like a list of a few of the guitars that were released this year, and then all of us hosts are going to choose 2 to champion. So we're going to take 2 through to the knockout round, and then between us we're going to choose a top 3 that are going to go through to a final round on a later podcast. So today we're going to
do the news later.
Yeah, we're going to do the news afterwards. Yeah,
cool.
So our first one, we're doing guitars and amps this week, but first up is guitars. So we've got a few guitars this year, believe it or not. You can hear the paper rustling. It's getting official now. So going backwards from our last podcast, we've got the Fender 51, the made in Japan. Harley Benton Fusion. We've got the Kramer Cobra Kai. We've got the Epiphone Billy Joe Armstrong. We've got the Made in Mexico Acoustasonics. We've got the Epiphone BB King Lucille. We've got the Gibson Custom Shop Historic Chuck Berry Signature. We've got the PRS SE Parlor, so like the Parlor Acoustic. We've got the Historic Explorer and Flying V's, like the 20 odd K's worth of Historic Explorer and Flying V. We've got the Ibanez AZES, so the cheaper versions of the AZs. We've got a Tony Iommi, I think it was the Monkey SG, with the mini humbuckers. We've got the ESP 87 reissues, so like 80s versions of their current lineup. It was like the Eclipse. I think there weren't a Viper in there, but there was a Horizon as well, I think. So there was a couple in that range. We've got the J Mascis Telecaster. We've got the Harley Benton EX84, which was, again, like an Explorer with EMGs in it. The Bassey Concepts Space T. Yep, me neither. We've got the Boss Urus, which was definitely a thing. Boss Urus. We've got the Misha Mansour Jackson Signature. We've got the Alex Lifeson Epiphone Les Paul Access, so the Epiphone version. We've got the Squier FSR Esquire, the 60s version. We've got the Ibanez AZS, which is the telly-shaped AZ. We have got... I think that's it. Josh, you wanted to throw a couple in the mix as well, didn't you?
Wasn't there that cheaper version of a Joe Bonamassa guitar and an Epiphone Joe Bonamassa guitar as well?
There's probably been about 12 of them. And
yes.
Slash.
Indeed.
Yeah. But there was one that was like kind of really good value for money But we were like, oh, not another Bonamassa guitar.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it wasn't good value for money.
No, it was about 800 quid, weren't it? But it was like specced up to the absolute hilt.
Yeah.
I think Josh is just having a few little technical issues here.
Can I jump in then and talk about a guitar that you missed off that list that's probably the one that stuck in my head the most?
Go on then.
The Kirk Hammett. Why am I saying Kirk Hammett? Kurt Cobain Jag Stang. That was this year.
Just about, weren't it? Go on.
Yeah, because that was the one that stuck in my head the most, was the Jag Stang. I think it was like March time.
Yeah. By all means, have that.
But yeah, like in terms of like I've been on the Isle of Man for all of 2021. I haven't tried any of these.
Yeah,
so
we're largely going from speculation here because again, the world is still kind of shut.
But
what was that thing called? That Bassi Concepts.
The Bassi Concepts Space
Tea. One of
Toast
and Bassi's.
Yeah, so it's Telecaster flavoured Toast and Bassi
tea.
Yeah, space tea.
Yeah,
delicious.
But yeah, the Kurt Cobain Jag Stang, just for pure nostalgia reasons. Like I've always wanted a Jag Stang just because we all went through a phase where Nirvana were the shit.
I never really went through that phase. I was like,
can't call it. Yeah, but you don't like fucking Foo Fighters either, do you? You weirdo.
No, Foo Fighters
really good.
They are the Magnolia paint of the guitar world.
Oh,
no, sorry, that would be Coldplay, surely.
Pardon? Coldplay.
That would be Coldplay, surely.
Yeah.
They're eggshell. They are eggshell white.
And
we also missed out the new Strandbergs as well, the NX series.
We didn't miss them out.
Guitars, are they?
They were, yeah. They were essentially keyboards.
Guitars. Right, if you ask anybody what does a guitar have, guarantee in the first 5 things they list will be a headstock.
Yeah, tuners. Yeah.
A headstock.
It does have tuners, you heathen.
It doesn't.
Of course it has tuners. How do you think it fucking tunes?
I imagine they don't, because the music that comes out of them is atonal nonsense anyway. I feel I've taken your role here, man.
Yeah. What is it with hating what I like?
I have 2 suggestions that I put forward. One is the I think you mentioned it, the ESP 87.
I did, yeah.
Customs. That in the candy apple red is beautiful. I think they're not overpriced for what they are, but
they definitely are.
I can understand why they've got that price tag, but you are kind of looking on the very much the higher end of the LTD sort of spec. And again, I know you're going to hate me for this one, but for the money, it's a bargain because you get a roasted maple neck, which is gorgeous. You get really good pickups, and it's the Chapman Hybrid ML1 HSS. Baked maple neck, gorgeous tops on them, and I think they're a steal for the price.
How much are they coming in at?
$375.
That doesn't sound like a terrible bargain price. It seems all right. It seems quite fairly priced. Right. So let's go around the room and see what we're championing. Let's kind of feel out some of these things. So I think there's some that we can instantly throw away. I'm looking at you, Kramer Cobra Kai.
I'm looking at anything valuing itself at over 15k.
Yeah. So are we okay to? So I'm looking through this. I'm going to say Cobra Kai can go suck a dick. Epiphone, Billy Joe Armstrong. Anyone feeling that or?
I would. I like the guitar, but it was too expensive for what it was.
Yeah,
like you said, we could go and get a
Gordon Smith.
Gordon Smith. Yeah.
Okay, so
I quite like a Gordon Smith now. Actually,
that can go for now. We can circle back to it. The Made in Mexico Acoustasonics didn't tickle anyone's pickle, did it? No,
can go.
No.
I think
I do want to add this Lazarus to the list, though. This Joe Bonamassa thing, because I think for the quality and the cost of what you get. I don't really get on this train of new Joe Bonamassa guitar, but I think being able to offer that spec at $899 is
Yeah, no, fair cop. Epi, BB King, I'm going to say no.
No.
Chuck Berry, no. PRS Parlor, no.
No.
The historic...
An acoustic guitar, that's not real.
Yeah, historic Gibsons, no.
Did they have a Martin McFly one at all?
I mean, the Chuck Berry was the 345, so yeah, it is essentially that. You want to put
anybody? It's not a new guitar, but I've come across the most expensive guitar I've seen listed on a guitar website this week.
Go on.
For just the price of £37,000, you can get hold of a '59 Gary Moore Les Paul.
Nice.
For £37,000. And may I also add, this is pre-owned.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a second-hand CC1 by any chance?
Yeah, it will be, yeah. Yeah, was it on Guitar Guitar's website by any chance?
It is. It's in the Newcastle store for anybody that's interested.
Okay, because
I saw it.
Mikey
I've
had
played 2 of those. They're fucking incredible guitars. I wouldn't mortgage my house for one, though.
Yeah. I mean, they do sound good, but not new, so irrelevant.
I just wanted to throw it in there, like.
Indeed. IOMSG, anyone particularly care?
No.
I want to care.
Yeah.
I wish I cared, but I don't.
Yeah.
I wish, again, I'm the same. I wish I cared, but they've done it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
no, I legitimately stand by that. I really want to care. I want to care about everything, all these guitars, but I really don't.
Okay, so
I just can't get on board with mini humbuckers, so like it's not the one of his that I would go for if they were going to release one of his signatures.
So what I'm throwing out here is possibly the Boss Eurus.
Oh, I wanted to really, yeah. It's not really doing much that one of your guitars is doing, is it? One of your
the Variax, yeah.
The Variax, yeah.
It does do things that the Variax doesn't, but it costs
more.
It costs a lot more. Yeah. Okay. So
it also sounds like a hole that's on the part of your penis.
Eurus.
Yeah, it's a bit close to the word urethra. Let's be honest.
That hole is called urethra. The Jap's eye. I will have you know.
It's a cross between your urethra and Uranus.
Urus.
What, the gooch?
It is the Boss gooch.
Look, let's be fair, right? The Eurus, for the fact that it's got like all these synth stuff in it built into it, and it tracks really, really well and all that sort of thing. So does the SY200, and it's a lot cheaper.
We're not talking about pedals.
But you could get the same. You could get the same effect with your own guitar, for a hell of a lot cheaper.
Okay. So we're chucking away the Eurus. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking other ones which might be popular. The Ibanez AZES.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be championing that one.
Okay.
I think I'm also going to be championing the Squier FSR Esquire. Because the classic vibe, Esquires look pretty damn cool. It was pretty cheap.
It's hard to disagree with that, to be honest.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I would go and stand behind the Strandbergs because they are really, really good. I had an extensive play with one when I was at Tonepedia recently. I spent like most of the day playing one, and it was really nice. Surprisingly much smaller than it. I know it obviously is missing half the guitar, and you would think it would be smaller, but it was even smaller than that.
I've played a friend of mine's. The neck is so weird. The neck for me is...
You get used to it really quickly. Really, really quick. However, there were other guitars there, and I ended up picking them up more, which were like classic Les Pauls and stuff like that. And it's kind of like hard to kind of judge it, but if it was the only guitar I had there, I think I would play it a lot, and if I wanted to play that sort of music, I'd play it a lot. But I'm just not going to get anywhere with getting it forward. I know I'm not going to be able to push it forward by you guys, so I need to stand behind something that has a chance.
But at the moment, there's no opposition, so you might as well, because it might get a solid 3.
Yeah, there is. Look at Matt's face. Look, he's like, it hasn't got a head, mate. What are you talking about? It's not a guitar.
Yeah. However, unless we can suggest something for the third position.
Well, 97 custom.
Okay, so you've gone the ESP 87s and you've gone for the Strandbergs.
I mean, I'd be pushing for the Kurt Cobain Jagstang. I think, bearing in mind that it's okay. You know, we've criticised in the past that, you know, Mexican guitars shouldn't be £1,300 and they're listed at $1,300 or whatever they are, but they'll come down to $1,000. And I just think that, you know, they don't come around. You don't get a Jagstang very often. Like you'll get all of these. Like Strandberg will release another guitar next year, and you know, Chapman will change something on his ML1 and re-release it again, and you know, you'll get the opportunity. But this is the first Jagstang that's been around for 10 years or so. It'll probably be around for a year. It'll go, and then you'll be waiting another 10 years. I think like it's like the fact that you've got that uniqueness in there, and for those people that did go through that phase of, you know, in their teenage years, like I hit 30 this year. I had a bit of cash to spend. I ended up spending it on an amp, but I considered buying one of these.
I think by the way you've just described that, you've sold me on the Strandberg. Because like if I'm using the same logic, every like periodically, even if it is 10 years, a Jagstang will come out because there is that market. The ESPs are just rehashed colours of the same things that they've always got, whereas these Strandbergs are actually the thing that is a bit more unique. And as much as
bollocks, they'll find another thing to chop the head off.
Yeah. Like as a guitar, I'd choose the Jagstang over any of the other two. But in terms of like what's unique, because I mean, I'm
going to have to jump in on here, and I've got to be really fair to the listener. And it doesn't help me pushing the NX series, but the NX series isn't massively different. It's only tiny little differences to the previous Strandberg Bodens. So it's only little tiny bits, like where they're sourcing the woods from and stuff. So the same guitar that they've had for the last 10 years has had tiny little upgrades, and they've called it the NX series. So it kind of goes a little bit against what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool.
But I have to be fair. I have to give the right information over.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I discounted stuff like the BB King Lucille, because like as a guitar, I'd probably want to play that over a lot of the others. But it's something that's periodically released. They bring out the BB King Lucille every maybe like 6 or 7 years, and then they'll discontinue it, and then they'll bring it out again. Which is why I'm reluctant to go for the Jagstang, because again they'll do that. They'll bring it out. They'll release. They'll let it kind of stagnate for a bit, and the market will go up and up and up. That thirst for it will happen again, and then they'll send out another one.
Do you know what though? Right, if you're in the market for a guitar like that, like a hollow body, like say a 335 or something along those lines, right, and you had your head set on one, you would search a second-hand market. You wouldn't buy one new, right? You'd search the second-hand market, and if it happened to be a signature model at the right price, you'd be like, oh yeah, I got the XYZ model. But if it wasn't, you would still go, okay, I've got a 335 or I've got this. And, you know, you wouldn't specifically sort after that artist's signature model unless you're a big fan of theirs.
Yeah. And I think some of the alterations on the BB King would put me off more than they would switch me onto the guitar. Like the stereo input, don't give a shit about, and the Veritone, as useful as it is, I think I'm at a point now where I don't want additional switching on my guitars. I don't want push pulls and whatnot, because I've got like 1 or 2 tones within a guitar that I'll play and I'll use them. Like I'll run a Variax for gigging at the moment. I use the neck pickup and I use the bridge pickup, and occasionally yeah, exactly. Look, occasionally I'll like put on the humbucker mode, like the Les Paul mode, so I can use a humbucker in the bridge. I could easily get away with gigging an HSS Strat easily.
Yeah,
and that I'd be happy with that. So that the Veritone selector on the BB King, as much as the concept of it is pretty cool, and it does sound really nice. I don't think I'd give a shit about it. I think I'd find one setting that I like the most and then use that.
You see, I don't like this argument that, you know, the Jag-Stang is thrown in with those. If you want a 335, 345, you can buy a Harley Benton one. If you want a Les Paul, you can buy a Harley Benton one. You can't buy a Harley Benton Jag-Stang. No one makes Jag-Stang shapes. They just don't exist anywhere. You can't buy a like 200 quid Jag-Stang and then throw some pickups in it without having somebody make it for you. Maybe
no one makes a Jag-Stang because it's a product that nobody's ever asked for.
Yeah, but old budgie smuggler chap over there has just said that they sell out every time they release them.
They do.
So you can't have both. You can't have both arguments.
Yeah, but if I only made two, they all sold out.
No, to be fair, like they do sell out, but it's because they put such big gaps between them. They'll, like you say, they reissue it kind of 10 years on the dot.
Yeah.
And they do that because then the market gets to such a point where it's bubbling up a bit, and like the prices of the second-hand ones start going up and up and up. And they go, now's the time. We'll release it again.
Do you know what, though? Matt is selling me on it. I must be honest.
I think it looks hideous, personally. I think it looks absolutely
it's
hideous.
Definitely not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. But the only reason I'm championing it so much is the fact that you said, think about guitars released this year, and I thought for a week, and it's the only one I could remember.
Oh, absolutely. And if that's what you can think of, then that's it. Let's go for a 3-2-1 then. What are we saying? What's going top? What's going second? What's going third? Lee, We'll start kind of around, and we'll go around, and we'll see kind of where we're at. Lee, what would you give a 1, 2, 3 to? So top spot, you're saying?
Top spot, I'm going to say the Bonamassa.
Okay, the Lazarus, yeah.
Lazarus, because... Do I need to say why?
I think you've already explained it, is that it's good quality for the price.
Yeah, okay. And second spot, I'm going to give to the Bowden Fusion NX. So I'm going to choose a specific model. And that's because it's HSH. So you with coil taps on both of the things. The coil taps are very, very good as well. It has the trem on there as well. So you've got basically everything you could need. And it's very, very, very well made. And they look gorgeous as well. They really do look.
They do look like lovely. A bag of smashed arseholes, yeah. Right, and then number 3.
Number 3, I'm going to go for the Jag-Stang.
Okay, the Jag-Stang is in number 3. Excellent. Right, Josh, what are we saying? 1, 2, 3.
Me personally, number 1. I didn't bring this up because I thought I was going to get shut down, but never mind. I'm going to say the Adam Jones Silver Burst.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I know it's a Silver Burst Les Paul, and that's what makes it so good. But I just look at it, and it makes me want to have like a change of underwear straight away.
So there's been 2 released this year, hasn't there? There was like the custom shop models, and then there's the standard.
Yeah, I'm
going.
There weren't an Epiphone.
The Epiphone one is coming out. There is an Epiphone one coming out.
Yeah,
they've teased it, but that's not out as we're filming this. But yeah, the custom shop one that was like, I think 14,000 or something like that. I think they were something like I
think you've just shot yourself in the foot with that decision, but carry on. Go on.
Second, I'm going to say the ESP 87 custom style ones. I really like.
What are you saying? Really go for Eclipse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something about like the T style with the pointed headstock. I just look at it and I think it looks really, really nice. I think on like sort of, if you're paying for that higher end of a budget, it kind of ticks all the boxes.
What were they? They were about
999.
There you go. Yeah,
999. Literally, you go in with £1,000 and or $1,000, and you can get $1 or £1 back.
That's it.
And on something that is on a much more budget that punches above its price range, I'd say the Chapman MR1 Hybrid.
Okay.
HSS, roasted maple neck, coil tap, beautiful purple blue burst, flame maple top. It's just beautiful.
Okay, Matt, what are we saying?
I think my number one would be the new hardtail AZ cheap ones, the lower budget. What was it? AZ SE?
The ES, yeah.
ES,
the
yeah.
AZs.
Yeah,
They should call them the AZEZ, shouldn't they?
Absolutely. I'd have remembered that.
The Aziz.
rather than having to ask.
If it's Ibanez, it would be AZSE46271-DLX or something.
Yeah.
Did you get the exact one?
I mean, if you put it in, something's going to come up.
Yeah, I just think that they're a cracking idea. I think they're doing something a little bit different because getting a hardtail Strat is very, very difficult. And if I hadn't just bought a Strat about the week that they released, I probably would have ended up with one because I never use a tremolo arm. I haven't got any interest in it, especially the Strat ones generally just detune your guitar. I think having a hardtail Strat with classic three single coils, I think having that option again at a fairly cheap price from a company that is making them well. I think that's a really good option. So I think that would be my number one. I think the Kurt Cobain Jagstang would be my number two. Yeah. And because I like sparkly things, the J Mascis Telly would be my number three.
Okay.
Sparkly blue Telly, yes, please. Right,
so
I'm looking at this ML1 hybrid, by the way. It's quite tasty.
Right, I'm going to go AZES again for number one. I'm going to go Esquire for number two. What do I go number three? Do I?
Could I just throw in at the Chapmans, imagine exactly the same factory as the Ibanez for a good third of the cost?
The Ibanez is the same price pretty much.
Yeah, the SE one, the ES ones are like 375-ish.
Okay.
So the ML1 hybrid is €450.
Okay. I think
€540.
That's a lot more expensive than they are in the UK. They're 375 and Anderton's 369 and guitar.
Right, like my number three, I'm going to go for the Lazarus, which means that we've got a top three.
Does it?
It means you tactically vote for the Lazarus.
Yeah, it means we've got a top three. So number one is the AZES with 2 first place votes. Number two is the Jagstang with a second and a third. And number 3 is the Lazarus with 2/3.
Thirds. Okay.
Are we okay with that?
I mean, didn't I vote? Yeah, I did mine the other way around. So I voted for Lazarus as my first.
Oh, there you go.
No, you didn't. You definitely said.
I said Lazarus, then I said the NX, and then I said the Jagstang. So that fucks it up.
Okay.
But so yours is a 3, yours is a 2. Then it's a 1
that
and a
promotes
3.
That promotes the Jagstang.
So the Jagstang comes down to 3. The Lazarus comes up to 2.
Ah, right, okay.
So there we go. It's still the same. It's the same result pretty much, but just flipped a bit.
Inverted.
So
the Lazarus is nice. Different.
Yeah. So my thought process behind it is between you two, there were so many single cut choices. I felt that we had to have a single cut in there, and out of the ones that you decided, I think I'd probably buy the Lazarus. So, it makes sense. And to be fair, that top 3, all of those 3 guitars I'd probably play. So
what are they again? Go for them again.
So we've got the AZES is number 1. We have got the Lazarus is number 2. Who knew? And then we've got the Jagstang is number 3.
I would definitely not have voted for the AZs myself because they didn't do a HH.
But they're not for that.
Why would they?
Well, they do a HH AZ, so
they do an HSS as well. But these are literally just bare bones basic 3 single coils.
There is one thing that puts me off buying the Lazarus.
Is that 899 reasons?
Is it it's got Joe Bonamassa written on the case?
No, it's the headstock.
Well, they are better now.
The Kalamazoo, it's nicer than it used to be.
It's nicer than it used to be, yes, but it's still butt ugly.
Baby steps, my friends, baby steps.
If you bought the Gibson version of this, you would not be paying £899.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Right, but also your guitar wouldn't be coated in polyurethane and choked to death.
Right. We've got another thing to move on to, and we're over the hour mark, so this one's going to take a little bit less time. However, the amp selection this time around, we are going to do it a little bit differently because there weren't so many amps released this year. And as Matt quite astutely put to us before the podcast, we'd be choosing between 3 reissues of Valve amps. We've gone for amps and pedals that simulate amps. So we've got a few multi-effects on there. We've also got a little bit of a wild card in there. So I'm going to go through what I've got so far. But again, you can add to it if you can think of anything that has come to mind. So
just checking the release date or something.
Yeah, so I've got the Hotone Ampero that we spoke about last week. It was the Ampero 2. We've got the Quad Cortex. We've got the HX Stomp XL. We've got the Joyo Bantamp, the Tweed or the Meteora 2, I think it is. We've got the Mini Diesel amp. The DH50 or something like that.
The VH Micro 30.
There you go. We've got the Laney Justin Hawkin, which was released this week. Which is the JH300, I think.
JH3000, I think.
3000, there we go. Because it's an amp. It's a real amp.
I've got a tab open somewhere. Why am I saying I think?
There we go. Talk to us about that in a bit. We've got the Supro Royale. I've put the Black Star Department 10, those Valve amp pedals, because they kind of work like a Valve amp. We've got the IR200 on there as well. We've got the Bogner Ecstasy Mini, and we have got that weird seashell flamp thing that I can't remember the name of, but Lee covered in the news.
You've missed the winner.
Have I?
What's the winner?
Yeah.
Go on.
The Kraken V4.
The pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't released this year.
It was.
It was.
I think.
I've just checked my emails to make sure it was. And it was. It was back in April/May.
Okay, there you go then.
Yeah,
okay.
That's an absolute shout for the winner. Absolute
winner.
shout.
Okay, so we've got. So let's talk through them a bit then.
Okay. So the winner basically has two channels. You've got a Marshall channel. You've got a 5150 channel. They clean up really nice. It's got cab sims made by Two Notes on it. You've got, let me just check. I've got it down here. You've got six different cab sims on it, which are updatable as well. You can add your own onto it. You've got a different cab sim level. You've got built-in reverb, which is the same reverb that they have in their other amps, which is the one that was designed by Danish Pete. It's the reverb that's on there. You've got all the different ins and outs. Yeah, it's four preamp valves. Designed and built by Martin Kidd, who does all the Victory stuff. It's based upon Rabir's valve, his signature amp, and I use it on a daily basis, and it is utterly fucking amazing.
Okay, I mean you've put through a competent argument there. I think if these two are voting for that as number one, Matt, we are going to struggle.
I had to be biased about one of my decisions. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, because one of them is your purchase. So
I'll vote for it for 1, 2, and 3.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. Right. So let's go through them and let's see what we're saying. Hoto and Ampero, I don't think is lighting anyone's fire.
No.
Quad Cortex, quite interesting. I imagine Josh, you're probably going to be running that. Stomp XL doesn't really do much different from the Stomp. It's basically a Stomp with a MIDI switcher attached to it,
and no extra DSP or anything either. It's just some extra buttons.
No, I've seen like a fair few of them being used, and I'm more like, yeah, that's okay, but I don't think it necessarily lights the world on fire.
That makes sense if you wanted to buy a Morningstar and a Stomp together. It's actually a cheaper option, and you got less cables. It's just more. It just makes sense for that.
Yeah, absolutely. However, does it do anything different from the regular Stomp? No, it doesn't. They've not upgraded the DSP. It is literally just those two products mashed together, a bit of a saving.
And so, for the purpose of amps, it's not relevant.
Yeah. I mean, like in terms of like the sounds and whatnot, it's brilliant, but it's no different than the originals. So
totally.
I don't think it necessarily. There's no reason to vote for it. Any of the Joyo Bant amps, kind of mild interest peaking, but I don't think anyone cares. The Diesel, Josh, I think you're probably going to champion this one more than any of us.
I would, but if we're going for amps in that smaller category, I would go with the Friedman BE head.
Oh, because that was released as well, weren't it?
They're from the same. I think they all come out the same factory. They're all to do with Friedman. You know, the company that Friedman and Wampler and all that are under. They're all under the same company.
Like World Music or something like that, was it?
No, not World Music. That's Behringer.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
It's like a big distributor.
Yeah.
Laney Justin Hawkin.
I mean,
it's an IRT, so it's literally an Ironheart 120 watt head.
Yeah,
it's literally they say it in the thing, like it's a quote unquote variation of an IRT 100 head.
I mean, they were pretty cool.
Satriani amps out this year as well.
He was with PV for the longest time when he had the JSX, wasn't it?
I think there was a new Marshall J Satriani
JVM. Wasn't there, I think it was like a limited edition one, wasn't it? Like silver or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not going to talk about it, are we?
The fact that we're questioning whether it was released or not suggests it's probably not that important.
Yeah.
Super Royale.
If at the right price, I probably would have bought it though, because Satch is the best. So.
He's okay.
Very quickly looking.
Super Royale, I don't think anyone cares about. Like a small one speaker combo.
I bet they sound great though.
They probably do.
They probably do, but it again, it's just like, okay, it's another amp. Black Star Depth 10 pedals.
As much as they were cool, like, and they make me think about the drive pedal that I bought, like the first proper drive pedal I bought. That wasn't a shitty Boss bloody turbo distortion or whatever the crap one was. That I wasted my money on the first time I bought a Boss distortion pedal rather than buying a proper one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they remind me of that, but like I don't think I'd ever go back and use.
Okay, Josh, what were you saying?
There was a new Joe Satriani one out in October with a revoiced clean channel. That's apparently right. That's all that's really been changed.
And I think the clean channel was based on the clean channel out of the JCM 2000 as well.
Okay. But I'm still not saying that.
Right, IR 200. It's a little bit of a cheeky one because it's not really an amp, but it does the job of an amp.
On the front of it, it says amp and IR cabinet.
So yeah. I mean, if we compare it to like the Quad Cortex or the Stomp or even the Hotone Ampero,
it's a lot more focused.
Yeah. It doesn't do as much, but it does those things very well. Like it does the stereo amp setup.
Yeah, I would
arguably better.
Be shouting for that for second place for sure.
Well,
because I've got it and I'm using it and I like it, so I've got to, really, haven't I?
Yeah, and I think out of the sheer utility of it, I think it's going to go on my list as well, possibly.
Yeah.
Bogner Ecstasy Mini, and that weird seashell flamp that was like $3,000. I don't think. Right, so what we're going to do?
What's going to come third then?
We're going to go backwards here now because I basically had the strong position on the last one.
Giving yourself the weak position.
I'm giving the weak position on this one, which means that Lee will get the strongest position on this. It does, however, mean
if he pays attention and can count.
Yeah. So let's not hold out our hopes. Right, so I'm going to go number one. I'm gonna go IR 200.
Lee's writing these down.
I mean, you can do. I'm gonna have to edit out his fucking typing and all. So number one, IR 200, because I think even though it's not as fully featured as some of like the multi effects things, if we are talking straight amp emulation, I think I'd probably buy this one. I think if if this was out when I was buying the HX Stomp, I would have had a harder time. So IR 200 is number one. I'm reckoning Quad Cortex is number two, because from what I've heard, it is pretty delicious. And number three, I'm going to go with the Black Star Deputy 10s for nostalgia. Sheerly shits and gigs nostalgia. So there we go. Matt, you are up. What are we saying?
So I'm going to throw in one that nobody's talked about just because I bought a simplifier and then this year they released the Simplifier Deluxe. So this is the DSM Humboldt Simplifier Deluxe, which is a 2-channel version, foot switchable, extra gain on certain, so it's almost like they've put a drive pedal in there as well, and had this being out, it's only like another 50 quid more than the standard simplifier, so it's like 315 quid. And had this been out when I bought the simplifier, I think I'd have just bought this for the extra little bit of money.
Number one, is it?
That'd be my number one.
Okay.
I think my number two, unfortunately, is going to be the Boss IR 200, because again, had that been out when I bought the simplifier, I'd have had a harder decision to make.
Yep.
And
Are you thinking tactically now?
No, I'm trying to remember any of the other ones that have been discussed.
Come on, come on. You can't not consider it. It's the only Valve
I hate
thing
the sound of a 5150, so the fact that it's voiced a channel on the 5150 means I'm never ever going to pick the Kraken.
But the Marshall sounds great.
Yeah, but that's half. So why don't I just buy a Marshall? Because because otherwise I'm just using half of this thing that I'd be buying. So
because
this is a lot smaller.
Yeah. Victory have not made a bad product yet.
Yeah, but
no, I don't think they have.
I think I'll go for the Quad Cortex, because I think the sounds of the things that can do. I know it's really expensive, but like if money was no option, I think I'd pick one up just so I could have a play with it and try and set up stereo in every corner of a room and just blow the roof off a fucking house, because I think that'd be a fun afternoon if nothing else.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'll go with the Quad Cortex in third.
Cool. Josh, what are we saying?
Third place, I'm going to go for the Mini Friedman Brown Eye. It's okay. It's solid state, but it's 250 quid. It's a Friedman. And the brown eye is, who wouldn't want to have a brown eye?
Eating bussy.
I think for the money, they're pretty good. I think they're 30 watts, so they're going to be, be relatively pretty loud. And I think from what I've heard,
they're solid,
pretty
aren't
good.
They? Solid state all the way through.
Solid state, yeah.
Yeah, so you might not be able to gig with that 30 watt solid state.
I mean, there's only one product we've been talking about that's got valves on it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yeah. And which is going to be second for me. It's the Victory Kraken pedal.
Okay.
It's valve. It's in pedal form. You got two, you got your two kind of gain channels. You can preload IRs and cab sims on it. It's just like what wouldn't you want? And it came out at the same time as my number one came out, and I was having a very hard choice picking between the two. And number one, it has to be the Quad Cortex. I bought it. It's been the biggest game change I've had in my guitar playing story. It's done everything I could ever want and more. And I'm still only just tapping the surface of what it can do. And it blows me away every day I play it and use it.
Giggity. So I'm trying to tot up the scores. I think Lee's doing it as we're going. So I went 1 for the IR, 2 for the quad, 3 for the Black Star pedals, which are irrelevant now. Matt, you went
1 for the simplifier, which is irrelevant.
Yeah, so you went 2 for the quad.
No, 2 for the IR and 3 for the quad.
Yeah, okay. And Josh, you went 1 for the quad.
2 for the Victory, 3 for the Freedman, which is out of the question.
Yeah. So
I went 1 for the money, 2 for the show.
Okay, so Lee, what are you saying?
I'm going to go 1 for the Kraken, 2 for the simplifier because I'm really impressed by the simplifier, and 3 for the pink flamp.
The pink flamp?
Was that the fish taco that you were talking about?
Yeah, the one that's like $3,000 that you were talking to Shell.
So you're saying no for the IR? Because at the moment you've not.
Oh bollocks! I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, sorry. No, okay, right. So yeah, change that. Sorry. So Kraken. Then we got the IR. I was just trying not to vote for the QC. But yeah, so Kraken, IR 200, then simplifier.
Right, so that gives us the top 3. We've got the top is the IR with a 122. We've got the Quad Cortexes. The Quad Cortex and the Victory are joint second. We need to now do a sudden death.
Okay, so I'm going to put the IR 200 last. No, I can't. It is really good. Let's be fair.
Yeah. So we've locked those answers in. We're now doing a sudden death. Quad Cortex or Victory. Lee, Quad Cortex or Victory for number 2?
Oh, you guys are all going to vote for the Quad Cortex, so we know who wins because he voted it for number 1, and you guys didn't vote for the Kraken. So
yeah, that's a valid point.
So there you go.
Also, that's exactly what's going to happen. So yeah.
So there you go. There's 1, 2, 3. So 1 is the IR 200. 2 is the Quad Cortex. 3 is the Victory Quack. And considering that it weren't even mentioned on my list, it's done pretty fucking well.
Well, it should have been, and it should have won. You see anything up there with bloody valves? You guys are heathens.
Yeah, but I mean, I basically, until the end of last year, refused to vote for anything with valves in, and then realised that, actually things without valves do have a place in music in 2021 because, music in the charts is dead, so you've got to start moving away from, your traditional stuff and just trying to move with the times, and I might be 15 years too late.
It's not working, mate. It's just trying to justify it.
You just have to move. Valves aren't everything anymore. Music is dead.
So
it does sound better than the IR 200. I'm the only one here that's got both of them, and it does sound better than the IR 200.
Yeah, but which would we buy? And I would buy an IR 200. I wouldn't buy a Victory because it's too expensive. Matt would buy an IR. I mean, between both of us, we said we would have considered those over the things that we bought. It's only that it didn't exist at the time. So I think that pretty much gives you the lay of the land. That is where we're going to end for this week, though, because I've just looked and we're past an hour and 20. So we
haven't done it. We haven't covered the dual Pantheon.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about it potentially on the next cast.
Well, if you want to see about it now, you can just go and check out last week's news.
Yes, do that. Absolutely do that. So, extending a massive thank you to the people who've stuck with us for this far, because it is quite an extended podcast. Make sure you tune in for next week for the conclusion to this. I reckon it's going to be a bumper episode of the podcast because it's going to be Christmas special. But it's also we're going to wind up Pedal of the Year, and then we're going to do overall what is the product of the year, which it could be any of those 3 that we've mentioned in the guitar or amp category. It's not going to be the SY200. I can fucking guarantee that. So thank you for following along with us. Massive thank you to the Patreon backers who are just simply amazing people. They are as follows. We have got Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G-Rection. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, who is going to be showing at the Brum Guitar Show this year. So I hear.
Is he?
I believe so. With Matt Loxley of Loxley Guitars. They're doing like a dual standing. And we've got Brian Gale of the Tone Jerks podcast and of the Second Button podcast. I have been watching more Seinfeld so that I can keep up with that podcast. It's lovely.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's like the Seinfeld, the show. Yeah, I can take or leave it. The podcast about it, much better than the show itself. So, I mean, that's just, yeah, go follow that podcast. You too might watch some Seinfeld. So if you want to find me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. I can be found at Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. YouTube is the home to the No Talk All Tone series, and you will occasionally find me and Lee and Mr. Josh on... Josh? Oh my gosh, it's Josh. You'll find us on the Pedal Boards of Doom YouTube channel as well. Lee is going to talk more about some Pedal Boards of Doom stuff now.
So, today, the Wampler Kraken was... the Wampler Kraken? What the fuck is that? Right, yep. So you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. We've got pages. We've got the biggest pedal group in the world. We've got the greatest and most underrated YouTube channel in the world. We've got the greatest budget pedal chat person in the world. We've got the best, greatest. What is it Donald Trump says when he's talking about the greatest stuff?
Billions and billions and billions
of oh my gosh, it's Josh's.
I can't believe you've just compared me to Donald Trump. Like
I didn't. I was trying to talk like Donald Trump and like try. You know, it worked for him, man. He got voted president. So if we start bigging up our YouTube channel,
the greatest.
Yeah, we have the greatest. And if it's not the greatest, it's the fourth of the China and all this sort of stuff.
The China.
Oh my gosh, China. It's Josh's nosh.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, you should follow us and stalk us and pay our bills and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
No. You should go to YouTube, Pedal Boards of Doom. I think it's YouTube/Pedal Boards of Doom now, and you should check out some of the videos because honestly, you wouldn't believe it thinking about how Lee's talking about it, but there are some fantastic things on there. And Josh,
it is really, really good.
It is, yeah. To be fair, like your news segment every week is much more concise and much more news focused than this podcast.
Not fucking many. We haven't talked about any news.
So, Josh, you can be found at the Corona Mortis Instagram.
On Instagram.
And
Joshy ZK, IIZK on YouTube.
Whoa. And your Banhammer video will be coming out tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh, yes. Go buy some t-shirts.
Yeah, that's
yes.
It. Any t-shirts will do. Any
Get yourself down to your nearest Top Man.
That's it.
Who shops at Top Man anymore?
It doesn't even exist, does it? I'm pretty sure it does. Didn't they go bust? I'm pretty sure they went bust this year.
I'm pretty sure they
don't exist.
They dipped out, didn't they? Anyway.
I am going to get a shirt that says, "Oh my gosh, it's Josh."
Indeed. And on the back it says, "He is a top man." Right, so that's
we can do that. I can add any design to our store, so we can make an "Oh my gosh, it's Josh." We can make "Hi Matt" t-shirts. We can make Fret Talk t-shirts. We can make
Yabba dabba dabba doom.
We should make one that says Budget Pedal Chap, right? But it just says it in the most basic
basic
font. Yeah.
Comic Sans.
Oh fuck, that would be the worst. Right, let's end the podcast because I've got a lot of editing to do. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Lee, yo, from Mr. Josh, oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Goodbye.
And from Mr. Matt Quine, say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Well, hey, it will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
I've got diarrhea, and so has my wife, and both of our kids do too. Runs in the family.
Way. That was pretty good, actually.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that doesn't even count as a shit joke. No, it literally counts as a shit joke.